Welcome to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show, leave a comment, and click that like button. Thanks for joining us for another edition of the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. This is the Marvelous One with Don, back at it again. You ready to do this, Don?
Man, let's go ahead and get it started.
Let's get it started, man. Let's talk about the Lakers-Nuggets game. Nuggets take a 2-0 lead over the Lakers, man. Another hard-fought game. Man, I'm impressed with the Nuggets. I told you at the beginning of the year, I liked them. Beginning of the playoffs, I told you, I said, man, this Nuggets team definitely going to the Western Conference Final. I have to see who they play in the Western Conference Final. And I see that as the Lakers. I think they match up well against the Lakers, man. Jokic and the variety of players that they throw at you, I like the Nuggets, man. How you feeling about this series?
Man, I feel that this series right now is telling us that, something we should have been paying attention to all year. Because Denver's been at the top damn near the whole season.
The whole
Outside of
season.
the fact when your guys, and Zion got hurt. Outside of that, I ain't seen nobody that's been giving the league a black eye the whole season. And,
Right.
and they show balance, but at the same time, you got to look at they're hitting right where they're supposed to because
Right.
they took a long shot with Porter, because Porter came out of the draft, he dropped real heavy because they said he had back injuries and a lot of people didn't trust him. So they weren't going to draft him that high he fell to Denver. And then you got Murray. They talk about Murray. They give him the nickname, what they call him, the what do you call it? The toilet bowl or the bubble Murray or
Oh,
whatever.
right.
He's the blue arrow because everybody forgot in college. He used to shoot that three and he used to play that D. And believe it or not, he used to bang on you. So he's not doing nothing that he wasn't already doing. It just so happens that they got all the pieces that are healthy at the same
Right.
time.
Right.
So you got that perfect 1-2 punch, the Joker
And Murray, and then you got some good accessory pieces around him with Porter. You got Jeff Green coming off the bench. You got Brown coming up there.
Caldwell Pope. He plays on the championship team.
Yes, he brings the championship mentality. He knows how to win. I have to give that GM credit in Denver of putting together this roster, man, and building it around the Joker, who's turned out to be, I was listening to the broadcast last night, and I remember them talking about they did not anticipate him being this good. You know what I mean? He was averaging 10 points a game the first year they was in the league, and he improved every year.
But you want to tell you what he did? And I gotta give him credit. He got in shape.
Exactly. I was about to say the same thing. He lost weight and got in shape.
He looks good.
Yes.
Last year, he looked like a little tub or whatever, but guess what? They said he was slow. Don't look that slow to me because he's beating everybody, and he's pushing the ball.
That's what I was about to say. He's pushing the ball up the floor. The whole point center thing. Hey man, that's what I'm talking about, being innovative and doing something different, man. Don't be like the rest of the league. Do something different. Put them on their heels trying to figure out how to stop what you're doing. That's how you do it, man.
And believe it or not, I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people gonna get mad. Embiid was not the MVP.
I agree.
I think a lot of history of him being,
close
3-time winner, and that means you're a 3-time winner. And you've never been to a championship game, so that means he was battling history, NBA history. So
yeah.
they had to break it up in order to make it make sense. But Embiid was a killer. But guess what Embiid was? He takes games off.
Well, let's go back to the end of the season, and we talked about this. Who was our MVP? And I think you and I were saying Embiid should get it because Embiid was in a fight for his life. I think the Sixers were like the 4th seed or something like that, so they were still playing for something. Towards the end of the season, Denver wasn't playing for anything, and I think Jokic didn't play much of the games towards the end. And I was thinking, like, he should be the MVP, but that tailoring off, load managing towards the end, I think lost it for him. And then Embiid was putting on the show towards the end, and he deserved it.
Not only that, but I'm gonna tell you what else hurt him. It's the same thing that hurt the Sacramento Kings. Because this thing, me and you, we on East Coast time. So we don't get to see those guys as much as we should and have the appreciation. Because you see what his coach said.
Oh yeah, he don't get the respect.
We won 2 games. And you
Yeah.
mean tell me that's all y'all gonna keep talking about is the
The
Lakers?
Lakers.
It's just
Yeah.
like everybody talk about. It's just like I hate, and I'm not gonna go on a tangent about the Cowboys, but they get a lot of primetime slots, and
Yep.
you're hot garbage
Yep.
every year.
Yep.
Every
Yep.
year. And guess what? And the league is smart. We're gonna give it to you in the front part of the season because we know near the end,
You ain't gonna be
nobody
there.
gonna want to watch. You ain't
Right.
gonna be there, you ain't gonna be relevant, and nobody gonna want to watch you play nobody.
Right. But
So we gonna but Denver, they're running into a different circumstances where as though they're not a big market and and they play on the West Coast. So they got two negatives going against them.
they
Whereas
got a
though,
third negative. They're not flashy.
no, no,
No, not
no.
flashy. Just smart basketball. They move the ball around. You got a center that can pass it. You got Murray. Like I remember another thing from the broadcast that I did not know about Murray. Murray said he played center in high school. Right. You know, he's
Yes,
tall.
he's in
And,
Canada.
yeah, he's in Canada. And so you can see the footwork. Like when he gets in that paint and he starts working it, I mean, he got a bit of a dream shake and footwork. Man, he was putting in work down there. So
Yeah.
look, I like what I'm seeing from Denver. I know a lot of people can't digest what they're seeing and kind of a little bit taken aback by Denver making this push. But man, you gotta respect what they're doing. I've been calling it all year. I'm like, Denver might go to the chip. And I think they will. I think they're gonna close out the Lakers in game 6, 4-2. I got the Nuggets winning and going to the chip.
So
What's
here's the
your
funny
thoughts?
part. Here's the funny part is that people gonna get mad, so I'm going to address it. The toilet bowl or the
Mm,
bubble,
mm,
the COVID bowl, you call it whatever you want. Now, I didn't agree with everybody having all that time off, and now you
mm.
get
Oh
come
yeah,
rejuvenated.
yeah,
Everybody lives in the same atmosphere.
yeah.
Guess what? Having a home crowd event, home team advantage, home field advantage is just what it is. Because guess what? When you used to have to go and play Green Bay and it's freezing up
Freezing.
there,
Yep,
guess
yep.
what? Them passes don't come off as crisp.
Right, right.
Them hits, you get hit hard 2 or 3 times. You like, man, hey, don't call that play no more, boss.
Hey,
I'm good.
and your role players, because they don't have family in the stands cheering them on. You got somebody calling you out
Man,
your name, booing you.
you
You
ain't
don't
got
play as well.
and not only that, you in that high altitude and
Oh
you feel
yeah.
like you breathing through a straw, and now it's
Yep.
fourth quarter, but you felt like you didn't
All
play.
that stuff matters. Yeah.
It felt like you in double overtime.
Yeah. But no, that's the real talk. That's real talk. Because even I remember in the bubble, I was like, oh, this is advantage Lakers, advantage LeBron, a 30, what was he, 35 years old at the time?
Yeah,
It's like,
you
oh
play the
yeah, that's perfect.
YMCA. There's no crowd.
No
You hear
crowd,
echoes.
no
Yeah,
travel. You know what I
done.
mean? Maybe his wife. I think his wife and kids were in the bubble hanging out with him.
Yeah.
Perfect. Your whole body, you don't have to worry about so much of recovering because you
No
don't have to travel.
travel.
Oh,
Everybody, everything you got, matter of fact, you get therapy right afterwards. You ain't got to hop on a plane.
no.
You ain't got
Yeah.
your recovery schedule is different.
Yep.
You can recover instantaneously.
Yes. Yes. I mean, because right after the game, you go get in the hot tub. You relax. You
Wow.
go to your
And,
room.
and it
You
starts right
watch
there.
film. You don't lose hours on the plane. You don't lose hours trying to get home, take care of your family
It's a
because none of that stuff
college
matters.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
Everybody got to hang together. So
Yep.
we're a tight knit group, and
Yeah.
it exposed a lot of things because teams
Yeah.
that weren't tight got exposed. Because that I mean, you seen Lemon Pepper Lou, he drifted off.
Oh,
But let's
yeah.
yeah,
He
but
calls the Clippers the chip, yo.
he caused the Clippers a trip. But here's the other thing:
Mm.
it was a joke. It was funny to me because they was talking about Ichimura and the strategy, the Lakers, and I said, that's a daggone joke. Y'all think y'all gonna put that little dude and you think out of all the games they played, somebody would have saw that little wrinkle way before the Lakers did.
Oh yeah.
No, there is no guard in the joke. He's unguardable.
Right,
And
right,
you
right.
think you're gonna play him with a smaller player?
Well,
Huh. Barbecue chicken in
but
my Charles Barkley voice. Barbecue chicken.
right. Well, that's what Mike Malone said. He said after a game one, they tried Hachimura on him, Hachimura on him, and and I think the Lakers came back, so he was like, they feel like they found something. He's like, man, we've seen that before. That ain't nothing. We got something for us. So when we see it again, we'll take it to him. And I love it that Joker knows how, to take advantage of when you put somebody small on him versus when you put somebody big on him like Anthony Davis. He has different moves to take care of that. He knows what to do, man. So
His
I'm
ball
impressed by
handling
them.
skills. And let's talk about the Lakers for a second. That backcourt getting killed. Russell and Schroeder, they getting killed.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, they are like they disappeared completely.
Yeah.
And hats off to Reeves. And he got voted as the most underrated player. And I'm like, how is he
Yeah.
underrated? I mean, overrated. If he's doing one thing, he's putting that ball in the hole.
Yeah, he is. He dropped 22. He had 22. And you remember Hachimura, he was perfect. He was 7 for 7 at one point in the game. He ended with 21. So, those kids, man, look, the Lakers' future looks good. I mean, because they completely flipped that roster from what it was at the beginning of the year. But I don't think it's enough. It ain't enough now, but I do give them credit for making some smart moves. Now, I don't know about the whole D'Angelo Russell and Schroeder. Schroeder had 4 points. D'Angelo Russell gave him 10. And that
They
ain't going to
getting
cut it.
murdered. They
Yeah.
ain't gonna cut it.
That ain't going to cut
But
it.
listen, I'm gonna tell you when I knew that the Lakers lost the second game. When I saw the fact that Hashimura, did I pronounce his name correctly?
Yeah.
Because I want to give him
Yeah.
his
Rue
flowers.
Hachimura.
Hashimura, yeah, he was giving Denver work, and guess what? He was the talk. It
Yep.
was him
Yep.
and Reeves that they didn't have an answer for,
Right.
and it wasn't AD and it wasn't LeBron. And I said, if they smart, they're gonna ride these two kids
You
to the
would
finish
think
line.
they would, right? Yeah. I
And
didn't I
guess
didn't
what?
understand
They
that.
went away from it, and LeBron tried to be a little bit too fancy with the turnovers. And not only that, you was tired. But guess who wasn't tired? The two youngins.
Yeah, yep. Because LeBron did what, played 40 minutes? I mean, it was ridiculous. Him and
40
AD.
long minutes. Because
Yeah,
when you're in that high altitude, guess what? That 40 minutes, they take a toll on your body because now you got to look at how long it takes to recover.
yeah, yeah. He had 40 and Anthony Davis had 41, which is ridiculous,
Wow.
especially for
Wow.
LeBron at his age, 38. No way. Now,
And
now,
AD being so fragile.
and he being Mr. Glass, but now, how does that hurt you for the next game, for tomorrow's game? When you're back in that late, does LeBron recover
So
fast enough to
oh,
play?
I got one better. I got one better. So give you a nice little tidbit. So people that train for the Olympics and stuff like that, guess where they train? They
Where?
train in high altitude.
Yes, sir.
They train in Colorado, they train in Arizona, they train in high altitude areas.
To
So
build up
guess
that
what?
stamina.
But yeah, let's move on to the next one, Big Mom, because right
Yeah.
now I think that AD, you gonna see, watch how Denver travels down the floor and how fast they move it and how they're gonna push the ball.
Yep. We'll see. We'll see. It's Saturday night, 8:30, man. So we'll see what happens. Lakers are home this time, but like I told you, I think the Nuggets gonna get one in LA to go 3-1 and then finish them off in Denver. I got them.
So you got we got these Lakers fans talking about you're gonna win 4 to 5.
No, no. And I take that back. I got the Lakers winning 2. I got them winning 2. So they're
Hmm?
gonna starve off the elimination game, and then Denver's gonna finish them off.
All right, that
So
sounds fair.
yeah. So I got it 4-2. But let's move on to this other one, this hot one, man. Miami versus the Celtics, man. The Boston versus Miami, man. Right now, it's
Mm.
actually going on now, and the heat up 60-55 in the third quarter, man. I cannot figure out the Celtics. But I think I said this before. The Celtics, the area that they lacking, because their roster is better than the Heat,
They
but
look
they're
good on paper.
lacking it. But the coach, the difference in coaching, I think, is the difference here. And I think the Heat are out coaching the Celtics. Come on, man. Look at that roster.
Hold on. It's not the roster. It's not. Listen, you have certain things. So it's a combination of things. You got great coaching.
Yep.
You have a veteran on that bench. Who's that veteran?
You talking about Kevin Love?
No, Haslam.
Oh, Haslam. Oh, yeah.
So you got that veteran
Yeah,
coach
yeah.
that keeps the bench
Yeah.
engaged in the game and
Yep.
ready to play.
Yep,
And
because he
then
would jump in your stuff to get you in
what?
line. Haslam will
What?
be ready to fight people, yo.
Yes,
And I'm
he
like,
would.
yo.
But you need that for some of
Yeah.
them young folks
Yep.
because
And kicking the
hey,
butt.
hey man, hey, every now and then, hey, you think John Morant would have
Oh, yeah. He needed somebody. John Moran and Dylan, they
yeah,
definitely needed somebody to kick him in the butt.
man, and your boy Zion,
Yeah, oh yeah.
they help him out,
But
because they give him that tough love that you can't get sometimes from your inner circle.
yeah, it's somebody's got to tell him, yo, you got to get in shape, man. This is your profession. Your body is your profession now, man. Get in shape. Stay in shape. Every day you should be meeting with your personal trainer should be your best friend. Your chef should be your best friend. You should tell your girlfriend, I'm going to hang out with my chef. I'm going to hang out with my personal trainer. That's your
So
boy.
so yeah, so let's talk about Miami. Everybody on that team stayed ready, and it's evident.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's evident. You got
But
a whole bunch of eighth rounders.
yeah, right. That's what I was about to say. But half of these dudes you don't even know. See, to me, that's what's impressive about Miami and the coaching staff, how they develop the talent that they have that's playing out there. Because we don't even know these dudes and they playing in the Eastern
Did
Conference
they
Finals.
develop them, or did they know what to look for? Because remember,
I
the
think it's a
head
bit of
coach,
both.
the head coach got his job because that's what he was doing. He was the one putting together the
The
film,
film, yeah,
so
I
he
know.
know what to look for.
You know what to look for. But I think it's a combination of both. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? You got to be like Hachimura was in Washington, D.C. playing for the Wizards, and how we didn't see this talent from this cat. Now
Wow.
he shows up with the Lakers, and I mean, he's on fire every game.
Yeah,
Only thing
now,
holding him back is LeBron.
but now you look at Miami, they have a whole bunch of quote unquote underachievers by scouts, but now they know their role, they play their role, and they play it well. But here's
Yep.
the other part. Let's talk about Big Jimmy.
Mm,
Big Jimmy, the
mm,
guy that say, "Hey, I'm coming in
mm.
here
Michael
with my,
Jordan's mini me.
I'm coming in here with my gun. I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
killing people, and I'm not scared. But not only that, they stick with their strategy. They play tough, and they match that the attitude and the persona of the Heat. Miami's always been a dogfight,
Yep.
a
Yep.
a roll his sleeves up,
Scruffy,
hard-working
hard
team.
nose. Yep. You're right. Yep. In a glamorous city somehow, Seem like they would be in the Midwest with the type of teams that they've been putting together. But yeah.
And then you gotta look at the Celtics. Let's talk about the Celtics because they look great on paper.
Yes, they do.
They look like a championship squad for multiple years to
Yep.
come. They got the defensive player of the year,
Yep.
smart.
Yep. They got this
You got the
six
tough
man of the
Brown.
year. You got
Yeah.
6 man of the year, Brogdon.
And then you got Brown, tough guy. And then you got, the wise old man Horford. And then you got silky smooth Tatum.
Yep.
How are you losing? Because
How you
I think
struggling against the Heat?
so. It's not. It's this. That it's not. It's coaching.
Mm-hmm.
But the other part is that Tatum is not a killer. Even though Kobe is his idol, he is not
He's a nice
channeled.
guy. He's a nice
Yeah,
guy.
he's a nice guy. He ain't look at look. You smiling and you talking about what's up? No, he said, I'm come sort of, No, Michael Jordan ain't had to tell people I was that guy. Your
Mm-hmm.
play said it.
Mm.
Your play said it like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you every night.
Mm.
Whoever you put in front of me,
That's right.
tell your
Oh,
kids, tell your wife, tell your girlfriend, don't watch the game because it's
and
not
Michael
good.
Jordan would, come up with anything to motivate himself. I heard you was talking about me in the newspaper. he,
Hey,
he was
he
just
said
pick
my
on
name during a press conference.
you. I didn't like the way he was wearing my shoes. He would look for anything to motivate himself to destroy you.
Hey, you heard what Kobe said one time. He came there, and who was he? He was who was the guy that going to do that played in for the Bulls? They played in Toronto.
Played in Toronto for the Bulls.
Yeah,
You got me.
shoot the mid range shot. Oh man. Anyway, I'm gonna think of his name at the end, but he was wearing. Somebody said, "Man, you crazy? You gonna wear Kobe's, man? And you gonna play the man and you wear him?" And Kobe came up to him, saw that he ain't have his shoes on. Okay, that's what we doing.
Oh,
That's
I
what we
think it was
doing.
Rosen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what we doing. All
Yeah.
right, got it. Say less. That's what we doing.
Mm.
Got it. And went out there and roasted him for a cool 40. over the fact that he didn't wear his tennis shoes.
Yeah, right.
Any other day you wore my tennis shoes, but you don't want to wear them today. That's what we doing. That's what we doing.
I got
it. 40.
But that's what they would do. That's what they would do to get themselves motivated. I don't know if these kids today are doing that. Especially like Tatum. Jimmy Buckets definitely does it.
Oh,
yeah. I know times LeBron would do it once he,
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
It depends. I've seen it. I've seen it when he played against Boston.
No, he did it when he was up. He never did it when he was down.
No. I think Boston had him 3-2. And he had that look in his face because they've been talking about him in the media. It takes a lot to get him motivated and hyped up. But when he does, he's unstoppable, but he doesn't always do it. He's a nice guy.
You say he don't always do it, and guess what? Nobody feared him. They want to take pictures with him in his jersey.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Hey, look at Isaiah. Isaiah didn't even want to shake his hand. Isaiah walking on the floor.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He's a nice guy. He'll take pictures.
He killed me in my own house. Man, I'm gone.
Yeah. He didn't even shake Jordan's hand.
To this day, he paying for that.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey. Jordan, I'm still mad at you. You ain't shake my hand.
He still hadn't forgot about it. He didn't shake my hand 35 years ago.
Look at the competitors. Hey, Jordan say, hey, you just don't think better than me? Told told Magic. Hey, get your shoes. Lace up. When they was doing 100 best players.
Right. Yeah, the Olympics.
Yeah. I'm like, come on, dude. This is. They don't make them like that no more.
Nah, they don't.
But here's the thing. I got Boston better win. You
got Boston winning.
You can't lose 2 in your own house.
Yeah, they gotta win tonight. But I think they will. I think they're gonna win tonight. And I think this series is going 7. And I got Boston winning in 7. What you got?
I got Boston winning tonight. And I got them going 2-2. I had to make my judgment on how Boston reacts on the road, because if they go down to if they lose tonight and go down to Miami, I can tell you
they'll be done.
The Heat ain't gonna lose too. And guess what? If Pat Riley and them coaches and Jimmy smell that blood in the water, they're done.
Well, I don't think Jaylen Brown is gonna let them lose. So that's what I'm banking on. Like you said, Tatum's a nice guy. He could drop 50 whenever he wants, but he's got to be motivated. But I think Jaylen Brown is going to fight hard to keep him in this joint.
So
right now, Tatum is having a game. He's got 24.
It's not Tatum. The matchup is when you run. You got a size advantage. Why are they not running Williams and Horford at the same time at the end of the game and just go ahead and get it over with?
Yeah, it's coaching. That's coaching. Well, look there, man. Let's go and wrap things up. Thanks for joining us again. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.